And we have tools. We have tools in the metaphysics community that help us with this. Astrology is one of those tools. Tarot is one of those tools. Numerology is one of those tools. And when you get into those things, apart from all the, sort of demonization from religion and that bullshit, when you study even what religion, a lot of the world's religions are based off, and I'm talking about Judeo-Christianity, Islam, everything coming from that region of the world, the Middle East, Africa, the Egyptians. Yeah. That was all astrology. That was all the studying of the stars and the personification of these energies that are indicated by the motions of the planets and the synchronicities of our solar system. Now, is it the actual stars and the planets influencing us as we are? Probably not directly. Whatever is influencing them is also influencing us. So you got to keep in mind that even now, what we perceive as stable and small is huge. We're traveling hundreds of thousands of miles an hour in this galaxy. We're going all kind, like within the inertial frame of reference, our physics, Newtonian physics, doesn't even make sense because there's so much going on. So there are energies that they're just not decoded by our DNA-based perception. I mean, we got light, sound, taste, touch. I mean, we got some nice tools to see what's going on. But think about the fact that I'm literally communicating to you, through some kind of electronic device. Whenever this was recorded, and that's traveling however many,
across time and space.
Exactly. All that's happening right now. So we're at a fantastical stage of coming. Humanity's coming into this understanding that there can be phenomenal influences, lines of communication, energetic influences that I'm just not aware of, but are totally happening and totally real. And that's what the ancients were studying when they were studying astrology. Like, what is making all of this move, and why is it moving this way, and why do those energies seem to line up with these times of my life, the seasonal changes, my development as a person? Why is it that people born during this time of year, people born, in these situations, develop these certain types of traits? And there have been studies done that show the veracity of these. But because people are afraid that, wait a minute, some aspect of my life may have this aspect of destiny to it, they don't want to get into that because, there's mystery there, but we're here to unlock that.
Right, because
go ahead.
Yeah, because laws of consciousness is basically is an amazing continuation of that sort of system, like astrology, systems like numerology. Because you get into the base of what are they? They are systems of interpreting reality.
That's all.
Systems of interpreting the sensations that are coming into our awareness and making sense of them. And so when you get into something like truth, and we're thinking about the substance of possibility as this ever changing and ever shifting sea of consequential information, consequential happenings, cause and effect happening, you see that what was true even a split second ago is not always true right now.
Exactly. Yes.
It usually is not right now. Some other things are applying in the other cosmic interactions are taking place that are changing me in different ways by the second. So you need systems that are able to help you interpret those sensations of awareness and define them without being irrespective of that understanding that they are changing rapidly. That the mind of the universe is constantly shifting rapidly. It seems like it's sort of it seems like, what is the word? Like, it seems like it's not changing like that quick, but it really is.
It's changing immensely fast. You get into something like tarot. Tarot, I remember when I first started to learn tarot, great mentor Sterling Sangoma back in Detroit. Shout out to you, Sangoma.
We love Sangoma.
Our brother. He taught us this, and he says, okay, well, we're going to get these cards. There's no magic in the cards, though. The magic is in you. It's not. The tarot is originally designed as a system to teach initiates how to read reality, how to read the world. So you get these cards, you mix it with the energy of the environment, and something's revealed. But you could walk into a room and read the room just like you read a tarot card. You can meet a person, you know, and read a person just like you read a tarot card, and it will align. The reality has this weird kind of joke it's got going on. It's kind of like hidden in plain sight. So tarot is a way of influencing an inanimate object by our perception to align with whatever the narrative of existence is at a particular time, and then show us shit about that. Like the shit works. It's crazy, and we're gonna get into some examples of that. Also, numerology. Numerology is probably the coolest in so much that it's the most exact. It's actually mathematical. You take your birthday, you take your name, and you do some calculations with it, you know, where letters represent numbers, and certain numbers can be combined in certain ways, and then it gives you traits. You can generate numerology reports for your entire year, you know, or day to day. And what we find is that certain energies, numeric energies, have characteristics that are indicative also to experiences that we have in life. And we'll get into numerology. We'll get into like what the numbers mean and why certain numbers are the way they are. And all of these tools are just going to be able to get you into the mindset of you've got tools to actually peer beyond, to not just see with your eyes and not just hear with your ears, but to take your mind to certain places so that when synchronicities and things happen, you don't say, okay, that just happened. You be like, no, that is my indication from the universe that there's some kind of move that I'm supposed to make or not make, or whatever the case might be.
It really increases your power of perception, because laws of consciousness talks about that knowing is the perceptive sense of consciousness. And that's a really important topic, because it starts to get into, there are things that are still consequentially happening in my reality that aren't necessarily being differentiated in the same way to my sight, to my ears, and to other sort of experiential receptors of the body. But instead, it is something that you have to be aware of mentally. You have to more so see it with your mind. You have to more so see it by knowing that it is there. Other clues in your physical reality that can help you understand that it's there, that can lead you to it. And numerology, astrology, the laws of consciousness, those systems become immensely valuable for that, because they are systems of knowing, the systems of how your mind actually works. And the DNA encoded perception level of it is a beautiful level, but it's just it's the default. It's what you came in with,
right?
But
it's cool. It's like the opening package.
It's
you know. But once you get so far in the game, you got to level up.
Right.
Nobody comes in the game with their avatar and just be like, okay, I'm good. No, you want to
customize it.
Right, you want to customize your character. So these are tools. These are tools from the laws of consciousness to help you customize your life, help you customize your character, your perception of reality, your sense of self, and how all that works in the world.
So yeah, we know that this is extremely important, this whole venture, because man, the world needs this so much. Like we feel that, we empathize with all of the parts of our world and all the parts of life and all the aspects of life that we know can help, but are just not sort of brought together in a consorted whole that can change things. And that's what the MiMs are. That's what the laws of consciousness is. It is bringing together a system that can be used to really change things.
Right.
To really be that thing that the world is looking for. that we've all been looking
Wow.
for.
Yes.